Hello everyone, very good evening to all of you. My name is Samrat Keshari Mishra and welcome to Unacademy, India's largest e-learning platform. So in this session I will discuss about one of the most important topic from Indian's internal security of India, that is related to left wing extremism. So yesterday we have started our discussion on some important concepts, and today we will continue the same. So let's start the discussion. Before that, these are the ongoing batches and some important information about Unacademy platform. There is a Friday surprise for you. You'll get a chance to win exciting prizes, and you can stay with us for more updates. There will be current affairs championship. Unacademy brings you Odisha's largest online mock test for current affairs, and 29th October 5 p.m. There is a limited period offer going on. On 12-month subscription, you will get 2 months of free subscription. And 24-month subscription, you will get 3 months of free subscription. So this is only valid for 26th and 27th of October. So today is the last day. If you want to take the benefit of this offer, you can use this referral code Samrat Live to get 10% discount upon your subscription amount. These are all plus features. You can learn from your favorite educator. There will be complete exam preparation, regular doubt clearing session, weekly free mock test, free test series, exhaustive coverage of the syllabus. This is the difference between free and a plus session in an Unacademy platform. In free, you will get limited syllabus coverage, limited practice test, and limited PDF notes. But in plus, you will get complete syllabus coverage, unlimited practice test, and unlimited PDF and notes. These are our special plus features. Just download this Unacademy app. You can access to the interactive sessions. There will be pooling for the learners. You will never miss a class. There will be lecture notes anytime, anywhere. You can access to the portal. Use this referral code Samrat Live to get 10% discount upon your subscription amount. Recently we have started Mission ASO Secretariat. It is a fast track batch course for Assistant Section Officer exam. Udyam, it is a foundation course for OPSC examination. Udan, it is a comprehensive course for OSSC exam. Mission ASO Secretariat fast track batch. And OCS Prelims GS Grand Scholarship Test, it was there just before a couple of days. So let's start today's topic of discussion on left wing extremism. Very good evening to everyone. Lakshmi Priya and Priyat and all others, those who are present here. Warm good evening to everyone. And I hope you have gone through what we have discussed yesterday. Gatakali jaha padhithile tak samaste padhiki asiche, I hope. And we'll continue the discussion. This is one of the most important topic. Each and every year you will get question from this section in OPSC mains examination. So in internal security, I have already taken this topic in Unacademy Plus platform. You can go through the recorded videos, and there is another separate course on this related to answer writing on internal security and international relation. You can go through that as well. These are very informative courses, and no doubt it will enhance your knowledge and will enhance your skill related to answer writing. So in today's session, we will discuss about left wing extremism. In this we will discuss, this is the blueprint of the class discussion. What is left wing extremism, history of left wing extremism, why is it a threat to India? We will discuss all those, and I will also discuss about some government initiatives which has been recently taken by the government of India to curb down this left wing extremism issues in India. यहाँ पर मध्य हम आज discuss करेगा. So let's start the discussion. Let's first discuss about left wing extremism, LWE. So what is the reason behind spread of this LWE? LWE spread होबार reason कौन? याको बुझिया पहले हमको first बुझिया दरकार how was it started? This was the year 1967. In the year 1967 it was started. It was started as a class struggle. Class struggle कहाँ का भीतर है? Between the haves and the have-nots. Who are the haves and who are the have-nots? The rich section of the society, they are the haves. And the poor section of society, they are the have-nots. Poor are the have-nots, and rich section of the society, they are the haves. So anchor ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ class struggle start ला in 1967. कोठी start इतला? It was started in Naxalbari village. It was started in Naxalbari village in West Bengal under the leadership of Kanu Sanyal and Charu Majumdar. ये start इतला. So it's especially the people in the tribal area, mining belt, forested areas, in the remote areas who develop feelings that they have been left out of the developmental process, and they decided to pick off arms and ammunition against the state, against the government. They want their own government, so their very basic objective is red flag from the red fort by 2050. This is their basic objective. They follow Mao Zedong. The Mao Zedong was the chairman of Chinese government and Communist Party leader. That is why they are also known as the Maoist. So Mao Zedong, there is a very quotation which is given by Mao Zedong, that is power runs from the barrel of the gun. So he basically discusses about the picking of arms and ammunition against the state. So power runs from the barrel of the gun. So Naxalism is also called Maoism for this reason, because they are the followers of the Mao Zedong. That is also known as the left wing extremist, LWE. LWE kahinki aku kuha jaye na, because if you will go through the sitting arrangement in the Lok Sabha, you will be finding here is the speaker, then sitting arrangement is like this semicircular manner, and in the left side of the speaker there are MPs from opposition, in the right side of the speaker these are the MPs from the government. Now the leftists, they are simply the opposition, they act as the opposition to the government. So those who oppose the government, they are known as the leftists. Leftist boli kuha jauchi hela. So they are also known as Maoist, leftist boli kuha jaye. They are also known as Naxals. Naxal kahinki na Naxalbari village ru ye aramb hoithiba karanru aku Naxal boli kuha jaye. Now the question is, why is it a threat? Why Naxalism is a threat in today's time period? In today's time period, 106 districts of 10 states, Bharatare 106 districts of 10 states, they are the most LWE affected regions. So in 1967 it was problem of a village, that is Naxalbari. In 2021 it is problem of the country. So there are 10 states. Which states are there? There is Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Maharashtra, then Bihar, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. So these 10 states are the worst Naxal affected areas. Naxal जो region India में हमको देखा जानती, ये from Nepal, Pasupati to the extended up to Andhra Pradesh, Tirupati. So from Pasupati to Tirupati there is extension of these Naxals, and this region is known as Red Corridor. This is known as a Red Corridor. So this Red Corridor starts from Indo-Nepal border in the north to Andhra Pradesh in the south. This is the first region for which Naxalism is a big threat in today's time period. Next I will discuss what are the economic and emotional losses in the last years. If I will discuss about the Naxal number of deaths reported and incidents reported, Naxal deaths and Naxal incidents reported, then it has been decreasing since 2010. I will give you the data which has been given by the government of India. So between 2010 to 2015, in this time period, 2,162 civilians were killed, 802 security forces they were killed. Maximum of the civilians, those who were killed, they are the tribal youth. And there is a very basic perception of these Maoist people that these tribal youth, they are branded as the police informer. They act as the informer to the police. That is why they are killed. So despite declining the trend of Naxal violence, some big incidents are also observed, that is also experienced in the last COVID-19 time period. So during this pandemic, when the entire government, entire security forces, they were busy in maintenance of law and order, so this time period was taken as a golden opportunity by the Naxals to create some law and order issue activity inside the country. So this is the second reason for which it is a threat for us. Now, third condition, why is it a problem in today's time period? There are different people who are associated with this movement. There are different people who are associated with this movement, and these people are associated at different role and at different capacity. According to Ministry of Home Affairs data, there are more than 10,000 armed cadres. There are more than 30,000 to 40,000 arms and ammunition. They are armed with conventional and traditional weapons. So this is as with respect to Ministry of Home Affairs data. So there are different people who are there, they play a different role and at different capacity they are there. They will be finding the intelligence mass. They are also supporting these Naxal activities many times, like doctors, engineers, advocates, rights activists and professors, academicians, students, scholars. So they are also supporting this Naxal activity. This is just because this Naxalism or the Naxalites, they have a very romantic illusion about the government of India. So they are not exact. They always oppose the developmental issues, but their very basic objective is they will project the government. They will project the government of India as the government is not thinking about the people, those who are living in the remotest part of the country. As the government is not thinking about those who are residing in the remotest part of the country, those who are residing in the forest areas, those who are the scheduled tribes. So they will create a perception in the mind of the people that the government, the developmental model of the government, even if after 70 years of independence, doesn't fruitful for them, it doesn't beneficial for them. So all these things, it creates a very romantic illusion in the mind of the youth of India. So many times youths are supporting their hand to these Naxal activities. So because the youth, they are more aware about the socioeconomic condition of the country, they are aware about corruption, and they are aware about the loopholes and lacunae in the government activities and in the government schemes and policies which are being implemented. So the youths, they are always act as the agent of the change. So change youth. So when youths, they will find out that the government, there is loopholes, there is lacunae in the democratic model of the country, in the parliamentary form of the country, there is corruption which exists from parliament to panchayat. So all these things hurt these youth, and many times they are not given with the skill, they are not given with they are not provided with the job. So due to job loss, due to lack of skill, and as they are more aware, the educated youth mass of India, as they are more aware about the corrupted practices that exist in the Indian society, that exist in the Indian, the red tapeism, the corruption that exists in the Indian economy, in the Indian society and Indian polity, that makes these youths more vulnerable to join their hand with the Naxals. So this is the reason for which they are joining their hand. So it is not always that the uneducated youth, the uneducated tribal people, they are joining their hands. Many times those who are quite educated, those who have good degrees from good reputed universities of India, they are also joining their hand with the Naxals. Even if you are finding professors, academicians, they also support these Naxalite movements because they provide intelligence output, intelligence input to these Naxals. Right? So what are the issues? How these Naxals are gaining support from the mass? In general, Naxal mane kon karibe that they will stop all the developmental models, the developmental activities which are by the government. Let's say government infrastructure related project, roadways, railways. So all these things will be completely restricted by the Naxals. Naxals will not, they are not interested to have the developmental models. The developmental model should not reach the remotest part of the country because this is their propaganda, this is their agenda. याकू ही नहीं कि तो सेमाने पहुंचबे ना लोको पाखरे ट्राइबल पीपल पाखरे कि देखो गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट यू, you are quite away from the developmental model of the government. So let's give another aspect, another perspective to this discussion. Let's talk about what the government is really doing in this case, in the developmental model, in the developmental activity. Government exactly kon korche even if after 70 years of independence. It is a very accepted fact. Even after 70 years of independence, there are many places in India where 24/7 electricity is a dream, where clean or safe drinking water is not available for the citizens. School, college, universities, they are far away from their homeland. The tribals that displaced in their own forest, जो जगह से माने पूर्व पुरुष धरिकी गोटे पर पीढ़ी गोटे पर पीढ़ी डिफरेंट जनरेशन धरिकी से माने रही आसुले, जो हिसाब रे से माने रही आसुले ट्राइबल माने, there is a forceful migration of those tribal people. So there is different laws to protect and ensure the rights of the tribals, like the forest dwellers. There is an act passed in 2006. 2006 रे गोटे act pass हेतला, Forest Dwellers Protection of Rights Act. Tribal dwellers manakar Protection of Rights Act. So all these rights are not implemented properly. Many times you will be finding government officials, they are falsely accusing the tribal people that the tribal people, they are not obeying the rules and regulations, they are not obeying the laws. So many tribal people in today's time period will be finding there's those who are inside the bar, they are behind the bar, they are arrested, they are in the jail. So just because कोको कारण पे tribal people arrest होचंदी ना कि गोटे झोपड़ी बने दीची, कि गोटे झोपड़ी बने दीची जो जगह रे it is a compoundable offence, and it, in that case that is a valuable offence, bail मिल पारिबो compoundable offence. ये जगह जो 1000 टंका फाइन देले ताको बाहर करबा कथा, many times they are in behind the bar, मन को arrest करा जाय छै ना. Which type of message that it gives to these tribal people? So the relationship with the government will be strengthened, or the relationship about the government that will weaken. We have to also think about the tribals, because many a times we will be finding social activists, economists, political scientists, politicians, bureaucrats, they are talking about development of the tribal people. And in which way? We are talking about development of the ST community as per our own perception. आमे भाबुचे कि डिग्री रखिदेले पाठ पढ़िदेले आमे अधिक हेल्थ केयर फैसिलिटी मिल गले आमे डेवलप हो गले है कि तो एजुकेशनल फैसिलिटी मिल गले आमे डेवलप हो गले. सो डेवलपमेंट रो मीनिंग जदि आमे देखिबा डेवलपमेंट रो मीनिंग इज डिफरेंट फॉर डिफरेंट पीपल. तुम डेवलपमेंट रो मीनिंग जहाँ मो डेवलपमेंट रो मीनिंग से नई पारे गोटे डॉक्टर डेवलपमेंट रो मीनिंग जहाँ गोटे इंजीनियर नई पारे. इन द सेम वे दोज हु आर लिविंग इन द फॉरेस्ट एरियाज, दोज हु आर वर्किंग, और दोज द पीपल, द पर्सन ऑफ इंडिया, द सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया whose very basic essence of life is connected to jal, jameen and jungle, those who are living for jal, jameen and jungle, if you will try to dissociate them from these three factors, jal, jameen and jungle, we have to think about their emotions as well. So exactly what these tribal people want. So as per them, what is the meaning of development? The government has to understand what is the true meaning of development for them, what they want. If they want to associate with the jal, jameen, jungle, or if they are interested to associate with the natural nature, the natural resources that we have, at that point of time the government should promote it. So without the support of these tribal people, we cannot have true development. So there is lacuna from the government side as well. The government should rethink its Maoist policies or its left-wing affected areas, policies for left-wing affected areas. So government should rethink about it. So this was not only, so I mean, pratham bhavya Naxalism kahinki arambo hoitila to discuss kale 1967 it was started as a class struggle between the haves and the have-nots, between the jamindars and the landless laborers. So ye to 1967 ne start hoitila. बर्तमान ये कंटिन्यू है एपर्तन आसला कौन पाई तो गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज गवर्नमेंट मॉडल से स्टाइल रही था, से लेवल रही था, से एक्सटेंट रही था कि गवर्नमेंट इज ट्रूली टॉकिंग अबाउट सबका साथ सबका विकास. गवर्नमेंट इज ट्रूली टॉकिंग अबाउट द वेलफेयर स्टेट as described in the directive principles of the state policy. Government is quite competent enough to ensure all the fundamental rights which are mentioned in the part 3 of the Indian Constitution. So then only these people we can win the trust of these people. So not by using arms and ammunitions, not by threatening them, by using rules, laws, regulations which are being formulated by the parliament or by bureaucratic or judicial means or by police action, we cannot threat these people. So first we have to understand what is requirement of these tribal people. Why are they joining their hand with the Naxalites? What is the reason behind this? We have to rethink about it. Government should rethink about its ongoing policies related to curbing down the left-wing extremism. So प्राय जगह देखियो बहुत जगह कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर मानकर डेवलपमेंट पाई. सो ट्राइबल पीपल मानको दे आर डिस्प्लेस्ड. सो दे आर डिस्प्लेस्ड फ्रॉम देयर ओन लैंड. सो जस्ट थिंक अबाउट अस इफ वी विल बी डिस्प्लेस्ड फ्रॉम आवर ओन लैंड. जो जगह रे हम पूर्व पुरुष माने रहि आछंती, इफ द सेम फ्रॉम द सेम प्लेस इफ वी विल बी डिस्प्लेस्ड, so will not it create a situation where we will raise our voice against the government? We have a proper political system where we can raise our voice against the government. We have media, we have YouTube, we have technological advanced society where we can discuss about the loopholes of the government. So in this case government will come up for a bargaining with us कि एई रीजन हमको एतिक जमीन नंबर अछि, सो ए जमीन पे हम एतिक टंका दे देबो बा तंग रिहैबिलिटेशन करियो. In the same way we have to also think about this tribal people. So there should be in situ rehabilitation program or policies. In situ rehabilitation means they should be rehabilitated inside their own land, inside their own forest, because they are living for jal, jameen and jungle. Because they are living for jal, jameen and jungle, and we have to promote it. So that is one natural resource सहित nature सहित involve होइते अछंती. The government, the corporate sector, nowadays the contractors or those entrepreneurs, mining mafias, they should not interfere in their personal life. We should give them a free hand so that they can be happily live in their own land. Priyat is asking question, sir, why left-wing extremism is not in the western areas of our country? In the western areas, why it is not there? You create the West Bengal lo hi heitila Priyat. If you go through the history, it was started in West Bengal, and this is the year 2004. Into there are basically there is two. जदि हम हिस्ट्री देखिबा किछि किछि रीजन ने लेफ्ट विंग एक्सट्रीमिस्ट माने थिले गोटे थिला पीपल्स वार ग्रुप ये स्टार्ट थिला आंध्र प्रदेश तेलंगाना एंड साउथ छत्तीसगढ़ रे यार एक्सपांशन निक थिला देन आउ गोटे थिला माओइस्ट कम्युनिस्ट सेंटर बिहार झारखंड एंड सम पार्ट्स ऑफ वेस्ट बंगाल इट वाज प्रेजेंट इन 2004 बोथ दिस दे मर्ज्ड टू फॉर्म CPIM कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी ऑफ इंडिया माओइस्ट in 2004 reformation hala. So nowadays CPIM is responsible for 90% of the Naxal incidents in India. So this merger provided the movement a national level upthrust. So at the national level their presence was there. If I specifically talk about the western part of India, western part रे एमानकर हिस्ट्री तो नथिला वेस्टर्न पार्ट तो ये स्प्रेड ही करे नथिला फर्स्ट पॉइंट सेकंड पॉइंट जदि हम देखिया ज्योग्राफिकल टोपोग्राफी इट इज ये कंटीन्यूअस ईस्टर्न घाट बेल्ट को देखिबो जदि इंडिया हिस्ट्री इंडिया ज्योग्राफी देखिबो यू विल फाइंडिंग दिस ये कंप्लीटली ईस्टर्न घाट रीजन ने बाय ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट रु आरंभ कि ए पर्यंत आंध्र प्रदेश जोटू ये डिस्कंटिन्यू होईची ये पहाड़ी जंगल जगह एउटू ये बंद हो जाईची तागु को जाई पारे सो बेसिकली माने एई पट जंगल ही एक्टिव थिले आको हिस्ट्री अनुसार माने एई रीजन ने एक्टिव ही अछंती ए पर्यंत Hello. So there is failure of the government in the land distribution just after independence. Land distribution government kari parlani ठीक भाବରେ जेमति land distribution करिया कथा. Failed developmental model. Government is talking about development for all. Government is talking about inclusive development. Government is talking about food security. And today you will be finding there are many tribal people, those who are dying just for those who are killed out of starvation. The starvation death is rampant in KBK region. The KBK region of India, this is very infamous for food insecurity and death due to food insecurity. So developmental model भी government रो एते भी strong नुहे कि we can attract them. So 24/7 electricity available नहीं, safe drinking water not available, education facilities not available, skill development not available, GDP GNP not available, employment facility not available. So seମାନଙ୍କୁ ଏବେ ବି ଲାଗୁଛି कि they are living in a British Raj, in the British government they are living, the way in which Britishers were treating us, the way as per their thinking, in the same way the government is treating them. यदि हम रेसिज्म रा कथा देखिबा, कास्टिज्म रा कथा देखिबा बा ब्रिटिशर मानकर इंपीरियलिज्म टाइम रे जेमति इंडियन मानको माने टॉर्चर करथले, the same thing exists as per the tribal thinking. It also exists because we are not thinking about them practically. In practical life we are not thinking about them. You can go through, if you Google, if you go through the history of this left wing extremist, if you go through the history of this left wing extremist, then you can go and you can go through EPW, Economic and Political Weekly. You can go through any other magazine as well जो थोड़े tribal मानकर इशू गुड़ा को प्राय जगह डिस्कस करा जाए. So many times you will be finding these tribal people, they are not getting attraction of this of the government. So because government focuses only the urban areas, government focuses only selected areas. Regional disparity it exists in India. Regional disparity it exists in India. So the failed developmental model of the government, this is also a factor for the growth of left wing extremism. Then perception of people from remote area, perception of the people from remote area. So due to regional disparity, when these people from remote area they are thinking about the urban areas, what they are finding in urban area, they are finding कि government just always thinks about development of this urban areas. Not government is not able to think about the rural areas. There is no political ventilation as well because आमर जदि किछ problem होछि, we can directly go to the एटी कोन होछि ओडिसा जदि देखिबा हमें विधानसभा आगु जाई परछे, घेराव करि परछे, हड़ताल करि परछे, but there is no political ventilation in the tribal areas. So they are not aware about this democratic principles. They are not aware about this democratic principles. Information even poverty is absolute poverty is there. They are not able to get their 2 days meal per day. Meal then illiteracy is also there. They are not able to understand the real socio-economic and political condition of the country. There is corruption. So there is the grant, state level grant is there, central grant asuchi, international grant is also there. Still this region are underdeveloped. Even a region underdeveloped. Then caste based discrimination which exists in the Hindu religion caste based discrimination thiba karanaru these people, those who are embarrassed, those who are harassed inside the particular religion, they are also joining their hand with these Naxals. So बुझेला reason बुझेला समस्तंकु. Now we'll discuss what steps can be taken just to tackle with the left wing extremism. लेफ्ट विंग एक्सट्रीमिज्म को टैकल करिया पे हम स्टेप कोन नहीं परिया व्हाट शुड बी द वे फॉरवर्ड द फर्स्ट इज सिक्योरिटी इंटरवेंशन is required security intervention we can talk about fulfilling the special need of the security force and the police force we need modernization of the security forces modernization माने security force को हमें bullet proof jacket दबा modern technology night vision cameras devices motivation incentive better appraisal system better functional autonomy better service condition all these things can be provided to the security personnel so strong police action against the violent component those who are picking up arms and ammunition against the government no doubt they should not be left जो माने गवर्नमेंट अगेंस्ट आर्म्स एंड एम्युनिशन स्टेट अगेंस्ट उठौछन्ती नो डाउट दे शुड बी सप्रेस्ड बट we have to also think about their problem why are they I mean सबले जते रिसर्च करबा the research रा basic objective कोन के we have to know what is the exact condition what is the exact reason behind all this what is the exact reason हमको जानवा दरकार माने कोन पई करूछन्ती ट्राइबल लोक माने काहे के एते एक्सट्रीमिज्म को लेफ्ट विंग एक्सट्रीमिज्म को फोकस करूछन्ती then we have cobra commando battalion for resolute action it is a 10 battalion CRPF personnel they are very trained with guerrilla warfare and jungle war there is cobra we have CIAT counter insurgency anti terrorist schools this specialized training is provided for the security personnel related to counter insurgency operations it is provided then the government of India in coordination with the state government it should must try to accelerate the piece of socio-economic and political development socio-economic development India ra adhika howa darkar then what we need is good governance ra meaning kon good governance basically refers to a very effective government efficiency is required effectiveness is required accountability of the government transparency in the government responsive government people friendly government better input output ratio is required so ये सब का मैं कौन कहूँ ना ये सब को मैं good governance practice बोले कहूँ so good governance is required we have to decrease the level of corruption हमको corruption कम करिवार अछि जे पर्यंत हमें corruption को कम करना है से पर्यंत tribal people मान कर development ही परिवार so good governance is a must then solution for public perception management पब्लिक परसेप्शन मैनेजमेंट ये बहुत इंपोर्टेंट परसेप्शन अर्थ होची कि आमे को हिसाब रे पब्लिक को हिसाब रे गवर्नमेंट एक्टिविटी को बा गवर्नमेंट एक्ट को देखुची ये बहुत इंपोर्टेंट गवर्नमेंट को हिसाब रे देखुची सॉरी पब्लिक को हिसाब रे गवर्नमेंट एक्टिविटी को गवर्नमेंट एक्ट को देखुची दैट इज इंपोर्टेंट सो पब्लिक परसेप्शन मैनेजमेंट इट शुड बी देयर यू शुड हैव अ वेरी पॉजिटिव परसेप्शन ऑफ दिस पीपल सो व्हाट कैन वी डू ऑन इन दिस रिगार्ड एज इंडिया इज अ वेरी डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री so government should explore all the possibilities finding democratic solution to the problem we can explore opportunity just to start peace talks with the Naxal leaders so what are their demand how that can be fulfilled if they really need socio-economic development then the government should welcome them government should provide skill to these youth मानकर डेवलपमेंट करिया दरकार youth मानको चाकरी देवा एम्प्लॉयमेंट देवा दरकार जीडीपी इंक्रीज केमती करा जाय परिबो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट केमती करा जाय परिबो पॉलिटिकल डेवलपमेंट केमती मानकर करा जाय परिबो हाउ कैन दे बी इंटरैक्ट विथ द मेन स्ट्रीम ऑफ इंडियन मेन स्ट्रीम रे माने केमती इंटरैक्ट करि परिबे मेन स्ट्रीम रे केमती मिसी परिबे सो ये सब इंपोर्टेंट सो गवर्नमेंट शुड कम विथ अ वेरी होलिस्टिक स्टेप जस्ट टू फाइंड आउट सॉल्यूशन फॉर ऑल दीस थिंग्स बुझेला so these are the basics of the Maoist issues in India that I am discussing now see these are some yes take them to the mainstream we should try to take them to mainstream please so the government's approach should be to deal with this left wing extremism in a holistic manner in the areas of security development ensuring their rights entailment of the local community improvement in governance public perception management all these things are very important then eportant the government kon step nei chi jodi ame dekiba important initiatives for LW affected states so security related expenditure scheme this scheme was started in 2017 so yar basic objective is to modernize the police force then there is special central assistance for 30 most LW affected districts so central assistance will be given this is the umbrella program for modernization of the police force Then a scheme for fortified police station को fortify करा जिवो because left wing extremist माने जो माने नक्सल माने they generally attack these police stations. Then assistance to central agencies for LWE management schemes. There is civic action program अनुसार security force and local people एमान को भीतर interaction को बढ़ा जिवो so that local people they will think कि security forces are there to protect them, not to harass them, not to exploit them. So it is a public perception management, better perception management create haba darkar. Then road recruitment plan, left wing extremism area रे transportation और roadways ये सब को develop करा जिवो, ये सब को strengthen करा जिवो. These are the basic objectives. Then to improve mobile connectivity in the LW areas, the government in 2014 it approved installation of mobile tower in the LW areas. LW area mobile tower हम बसे परिवार for the better transportation and better communication facility provide करिया पाए. We can promote it. Then aspirational district, it comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs. So it is aspirational district program. It is started in 35 LWE affected states. Skill development in 47 districts affected by LWE. Skill development हेले youth मानकर development हबो so that the youth they will join the mainstream. Youth माने mainstream join करिवे, they can work and they can get employment. इमान को employment provide करा दे परिबो. Absolute poverty can be eradicated. So all these things we can do. So there are different districts covered. The Odisha रे देखिबा हमें under this plan of skill development. In Odisha there are 6 districts which are covered. गजपति, मालकानगिरी, रायगढ़, देवगढ़, संबलपुर एंड कोरापुट है ये 47 डिस्ट्रिक्ट भीतर ओडिसा रा 6टा डिस्ट्रिक्ट अछंती. Then what more we need is we need education initiatives. Department of School Education and Literacy, it has sanctioned 7 new Kendriya Vidyalayas and 6 new Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas in the most LW affected districts. So where KV जो जगह KV नथिला ए जगह सब ये promote करा जाए. Then there is a very good doctrine known as your Samadhan doctrine. This doctrine is known as Samadhan doctrine. Most important, you have to remember in Samadhan doctrine, S stands for smart leadership. कहाँ smart leadership? ना smart leadership of the government. Security leadership को, political leadership को, we need a very smart leadership. A stands for aggressive strategy. Those who are picking up arms and ammunition, against them the government will take up aggressive steps. Then motivation and training. कहाँ पाई ना motivation and training for the police personnel. Police personnel मानक पाई motivation and training is required so that they will work day and night just to protect us. Then A stands for actionable intelligence. Intelligence use करा जाए. There are 2 things. One is EQ and IQ. These people they should use their EQ, emotional quotient, they should use. So they should not harm these tribal people. They should think about development, upliftment of these tribal people. Then D stands for dashboard based key result areas and key performance indicators. Key result area, for example, socio-economic development, education रे केते गोटे डिस्ट्रिक्ट डेवलप कला, हेल्थ केयर फैसिलिटी रे गोटे डिस्ट्रिक्ट केते डेवलप कला, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर रे गोटे डिस्ट्रिक्ट केते डेवलप कला. सो ये सब ऊपर हम डिस्कस कर परिया थ्रू डैशबोर्ड बेस्ड की रिजल्ट एरियाज. वी कैन कंपेयर द आउटकम ऑफ डिफरेंट डिस्ट्रिक्ट मानकर आउटकम को हमें कंपेयर कर परिया. देन देयर इज एच स्टैंड्स फॉर हार्नेसिंग टेक्नोलॉजी. वी हैव टू यूज टेक्नोलॉजी. मु टिके सम पूर्व ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर सरछि हाउ टू यूज सीसीटीवी कैमराज, नाइट विजन कैमराज, how to use your bulletproof jacket, how to use developed arms and ammunitions. There is CIAT, counterinsurgency, anti-terrorist organization. Then we have Cobra, commando battalion for resolute action. So all this, by using technology we can develop the skill of the security forces for guerrilla warfare or for jungle war. यहाँ पे हम ताको develop कर परियो. D is for dashboard based key result areas and key performance indicator. D stands for dashboard based result area. डिफरेंट रिजल्ट को हमें एनालिसिस करिया. डैशबोर्ड रहइबो गोटे डैशबोर्ड सब जिंस सेठी मेंशन हेतो गोटे डिस्ट्रिक्ट. ए स्टैंड्स फॉर एक्शन प्लान फॉर ईच थिएटर. ए स्टैंड्स फॉर एक्शन प्लान. एक्शन प्लान का पाई ना डिफरेंट रीजन मानक पाई डिफरेंट एक्शन, बिकॉज़ ईच एंड एवरी रीजन दे नीड डिफरेंट डिमांड. गोटे रीजन सोशियो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट हे पाउनी, कोठी पॉवर्टी अधिक, कोठी एजुकेशन मिल पारुनी, को जगह इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं. सो वी हैव टू थिंक इन अ डिफरेंट वे. N stands for no access to financing. N stands for no access to financing, the most important one. एमानकु फाइनेंस मिलिले तो एमाने तांकर कंटिन्यू करि परिबे तांका जो वार चले से वार को कंटिन्यू कर पारे, जंगल वार को कंटिन्यू कर पारे. सो वी हैव टू थिंक फ्रॉम वेयर दे आर गेटिंग फाइनेंस. सो द प्रॉब्लम वर्तमान आज का टाइम रे जदि हम देखिबा, देयर इज अ रिलेशनशिप ऑफ दिस नक्सल्स विथ द इंसर्जेंट आउटफिट्स इन नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स, with the separatist leaders of Jammu Kashmir, even if they are being funded by Chinese political parties, by China, arms and ammunition being supplied by China, finance being given by China, they have interconnection with international mafias. So we have to just think it from which way they are getting finance. So no access should be should there be for the finance को हमें कर्व डाउन करवा दरकार. फाइनेंस जदि एमान को न मिलिबो देन ऑटोमेटिकली एमाने वीक हे जबे धीरे धीरे. So in 2018, LW related violence, it was reported in 60 districts in 2018, with 10 districts accounting for 2/3 of the violence. So this 10 district is very important. So since 2004, it is how many civilians have been killed? 2004 466, 2005 524. Then in this period 2010 it was highest 720. Now it is decreasing. 2020 it is 140. These are the all data are given from the Ministry of Home Affairs. So these are very authenticate data. You can follow it for your exam preparation. So you can see here from 2016 there is a declining trend in the civilians death. 213, 188, 173, 150, 140 in the last year 2020. Yes, the Dantewada incident, you can take it as an example. So what should be the conclusion for all these things? So the government of India should come out with a holistic approach. It should focus upon development. It should focus upon security related intervention. It should focus upon LW. It should focus upon democratic means just to tackle the LW problems. Hello. So these LW leaders, they don't want the root causes like underdevelopment to be addressed in a meaningful manner, because this is their propaganda. This is the reason for which they always target school buildings, roads, railways, bridges, health infrastructure, communication facilities. ये सब को माने नष्ट कर दियंती ये कारण पाई. Any doubt from the discussion? So the question associated, you can discuss about different aspects by using which we can stop this LWE movement in India. यहाँ पर डिस्कस करें. So this is all about LWE, left wing extremism, discussion on left wing extremism, and in the last 2 days we have discussed so many points related to so many subtopics of internal security. You can go through Unacademy Plus. In Unacademy Plus there is a complete classes on this internal security, because it is one of the very important topic for your mains. That is why. So there will be 10 to 12 sessions, and each and everything has been covered apart from an answer writing session on internal security and international relation. So use this referral code Samrat Live to get 10% discount upon your subscription amount, SAMRATLIVE without any space. So I have already discussed ki we are running with a offer. This is valid only for today. You will get 2 months of free subscription and 12 months of subscription, and 3 months of free subscription and 24 months subscription. So if you have any doubt, then let me know, else we'll wind up the session. Do you have any doubt? Easy topic thila, and we had 360-degree view of all these things. I hope you understood each and every concept that I discussed. So that's all for this session. See you in the next class then. Thank you everyone.